Hi guys, it's Rae. Today we are working on a vinyl and water slide tumbler. This one I prepped blush pink. I think it was like ballet slipper, whatever. I'm at the end of this though, so I need to get a new pale pink. I have a 6x12 piece of patterned clear vinyl from Butterfly Lane Designs. A link and a coupon code will be in my description down below. And I have a water slide that I printed from Creative Fabrica. I will put a link to that also. And that's what we're going to put on this one. We'll probably pinstripe it. And we're going to put a cheat glitter over the top. I am going to break the rules and put the water slide directly onto the spray paint. So you may see a bit of an edge, but before I get to that step, I will trim this down much closer than I already am. So, but I won't bore you with that detail. So, to figure out where I wanted my vinyl, I wrapped the vinyl around the tumbler pretty much even. It's not quite perfect, but I marked where I wanted to cut it this way. And then I'm going to wrap it again. I'm going to sit my water slide up here. And I'm going to mark my, like, this is as high as it can go spot. So, whoops. I also very gently creased the top center just so I have a mark to go from. Because now if I put this on my paper trimmer and I line up my top edge and my cut mark, which I need to straighten this line out a little bit because I didn't get that one to the edge. That'll give me an even triangle. It's just a different way of measuring for a cut like this. So, there we go. Now we have what looks like a little hanky. I'm going to set that aside. I am dropping shit all over the floor. So I did nick my spray paint a tiny bit. It happens. So again, this is clear. It should show up some over the blush pink. So I'm going to pull this most of the way back. I can't tear that with my hands. I'm going to cut a little bit of it out. Oh, I'm going to stick it to my table, see if I can get some glitter on it. And then I'm going to put this back on for a minute. I swear I was prepared. So I'm going to get it started. And start the other side. Okay. So I'm not going to like this unevenness. So we are going to trim that down. The overlap, not the unevenness. Oh my god. So I'm going to lay my straight edge, making sure it's somewhere in the middle of the two. Peel that piece up. I'm wrinkling it. This blade is getting dull. So that is on there. I'm gonna go grab what's left of my spray paint and show you my like touch-up hack. So hang tight. Okay, so I have what little bit is left in my can. I'm just gonna take a piece of that backer from that vinyl. Normally I would do this outdoors, but I just have a Q-tip. Like I said, this is about empty, so it's going to be a little bit challenging. But I just dab a little bit on the Q-tip. And it might take a couple times. But dab over whatever you need to touch up. While I'm letting that dry, I'm going to look at my nail tapes and see if there's something I like for this one. Kind of look at it all together. I think I'm going to go with the smaller size. I use my big tapes so much that I tend to never pull out my skinnies. So I'm actually going to run this on top of the vinyl, not like overlapping it, to try and touch up that little miss area. Yes, the thicker tape would cover more of it, but I don't want to use the thicker tape on this one. I want it to stay somewhat subtle. It doesn't seem to want to stick to the satin spray paint, which is kind of unusual because usually I don't have a problem with it sticking to paint. So, there we go. Now we are going to get this water slide trimmed up and applied. Okay, my water slide is trimmed and ready. And I'm still a little bigger than I should have been, but it's okay if a little bit of this goes over the vinyl. What I am going to do though is I'm going to take this outside and I'm going to spray it again, the whole tumbler, before I do the water slide with my Rust-Oleum 2X clear gloss. For a couple of reasons. I am hoping, much like a layer of epoxy, it'll help the water slide blend in. And I am hoping it will help stick this down. I could pull out some UV resin. I could put a layer of CC DIY Quick Coat or polyacrylic on. But I think I'm just going to take it outside and spray seal it. So I will be back once that's dry and I'm ready to move on. Okay, so this is spray sealed now. I'm going to go ahead and soak my water slide. Should be ready. Scoot that all the way up to the top. That way there's just a tiny little bit of overlap at the bottom. And squeegee out any water. And there we go. I like to just blot the top with a paper towel. So we're going to let this dry. We're going to use our Touch of Rose Diamond Dust and we're going to get some epoxy on it after this dries for a couple hours. So I'll be back. Okay, time to get some epoxy on this one. So I'm going to get my turner turned on here. There we go. And I am going to put a little bit of my Touch of Rose Diamond Dust in. So I'm going to split off some of my epoxy. I've got a row of tumblers to coat, so I'm just going to start and then keep going. I'm only going to use about that much. Just a surface coat on my epoxy. And I'm going to leave that open because I've got one more to do with this, I believe. Right, and I'm going to bring you down for a close-up because I put this silicone mat here and now I can't pick up the turner. So, here we go. Absolutely love that decal. This vinyl is gorgeous and perfect for this cup. And that blush pink color. And the bottom's just plain. So, well, that is it for this one. Please like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you.